What if I did it right? What if I actually started the show right? Hey, everybody, audio listeners, I love you. You don't know. Every week I start the show with Steve up, and I told Steve I'd never do that to him, breaking a promise to Steve, catching him unawares. It's the Blathering Live, another episode of the show that I've just grown to love in my heart. And I'm glad you're here. It's a community-based show, which means your calls absolutely fuel the show. Especially tonight, it's Advice Monday. I need you to call in and have some advice that you need. A question for me and Steve and the audience. Let's work through it together. Silly. It could be also serious and poignant. I love those calls. But let's have some good advice session tonight here. We also going to be taking odds on whether Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense, is it going to last? Starting to see signs that old President Kankles is like, I wouldn't have ordered that. He says it didn't happen. We'll find out. We'll find out. A little sports. I don't like getting into conspiracy theories, but after an NFL weekend in which, going back to Thanksgiving, I think I crossed 25 hours of football viewing, which is not something I've done since like 1993. And I'm also including in that, I watched the last 10 minutes at a 15-minute highlight package of the Miami Dolphin Thanksgiving Day win over the Dallas Cowboys in 1993. That's in my viewing, too. I do have some sports later in the evening that producer Steve and I are going to get into. Are the NFL officials, I'm not saying are they in on the take. I'm not saying this is football is scripted. I'm just saying there's been some calls, particularly in the Washington-Denver game, that have been raising some eyebrows. Maybe it's not even a work. Maybe it's just bad officiating. Producer Steve is smarter than me. That's why we'll talk about it later tonight. Right, Steve? You're smarter than me. You can say yes. I sound like Trump to Mamdani. Just say yes.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Ken is a fascist radio host. But aside from that, he's a great guy, and I think he's doing a great job. I agree with Laserbolt's take in the chat. The Lions were robbed and the Eagles stink. All true things, all true words.
Oh, ouch, babe. Ouch, babe. Yeah. The Lions had a call. There was Laserbolt. There was a call in the Lions game too. That got me thinking about it.
They had a bad call, but that's not why they lost. I mean, the Packers kicked their ass. But let's still everyone. I feel like we do this every year where it's like, oh, the refs suck this year. And then we say, oh, but this year's different. But this year, it's not that it's different. It's that it's like, is this WWE now? Like, are they in on it? Not on the take, but are they in on like the idea behind all of it? It's crazy.
Fault. That's what it was. False start, late timeout. Yes, there was that. Rancher Donald here. DraftKings pulling some strings. Shout out to Joseph Thomas. Check it in there. And David Mackay, he's a big Bears fan out there in the UK. No, I'm with you. Like, and if you go back to old Facebook posts of mine in like the 2009 to 2012 range, I was all about the NFL is scripted. I'd say 70% joking, but like 30% like, nah, I think there's something afoot. And I think it has to do with the Patriots. And then in 2012, I was out in Vegas. My wonderful cousin, Michelle, had set me up with a suite at a casino, and I had this luxurious life for a week. And one of my old best friends, we reconnected after like 20 years. He's the guy who taught me football, Steve. Like, he's the one who sat down, like, here's how to play, here's how to watch. And he was in Vegas. He lived in Vegas now. And he laid out this whole theory of troublesome owners like Jerry Jones and Al Davis, and how they don't win Super Bowls, and how they won't win. Their teams won't be allowed to win until they're out of the ownership. This whole thing. And it was 3 a.m. in a casino. And that's that's the place and time where you go, I think you're right. And I had to shake that for a while, because I don't think that's the case.
We all remember who our football sensei was, like the person who taught us the art of football. Like, here's what an A gap is, Ken. Here's what it means. Here's what encroachment means, boy. All of that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's my father was that man for me, and I remember that. I remember getting sat down for the football conversation more so than I do getting sat down for the sex conversation. So
I never got either.
Did a good job there.
Yeah. I never got either. No, that's not true. I got some book in the 4th grade. I got some book, and it described some stuff. And I just remember reading. I'm like reading the book, and I'm just like, I don't know if I like any of this. I don't want any of this to happen. I don't want any of this to happen.
Puberty or like the NFL rule book? Which book were you reading? How to put on deodorant or how to throw a flag? Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, not specifically sex. But now the NFL rule book, I think I can put there in there as well. Also, I did not check the fantasy team. Those keeping track of the Blathering Fantasy Football League. I am winless, and it's been comical. And I didn't even check my team. There's a guy on my bench for Baltimore that would have got me 10 points. He's not in the lineup. I have David Slayton going tonight. I'm playing Laser Ball. And we are, oh my God, he's got 82.04 points. That he had that Washington tight end Ertz last night at a big game. And then I have 78.76. Oh my God. But I have one player tonight, David Slayton of the Giants, who's projected to get 6 points. David Slayton's going to catch one ball, break an ankle, and I'm going to lose. And Laserbolt's going to win.
David Slayton's going to get one catch. Darius Slayton, the guy on your fantasy team, he's going to catch like 10 balls and get you 100 yards, and you're going to win, though.
I see what you did. I see what
he doesn't
you did,
have anyone else to throw it to.
So you corrected my name. There's my guy. Darius Slayton. What did I call him? David Slayton?
No, this. You have a 78% chance to win. The gods think you do this. If the Ken fantasy team gets their first win of the season tonight, fanfare must be had. We have to do something.
Poor Laserbolt. But Laserbolt's strategy was bold. Draft every player on my favorite team, the Detroit Lions, and just see what happens. And sometimes it's worked.
He has more wins than I was expecting with that strategy. So
there we go. We're gonna get some calls here. Second of the show. Oh, Kingsport Cal's here. Remember Kingsport Cal? He showed up and accused me of looking at him as nothing more than a criminal, and then he's gone. He hasn't come back to the show since then. I don't know.
He's not plotting something against you.
I hope he is.
In a van, wearing diapers, or anything, driving cross country.
Bless it. Malcolm, I'm sorry if you're listening. You had a super chat. I kept it up, and then StreamYard erased it because it was from last week, and I didn't get to it. Oh, man. But thank you all for the super chats. Oh, then all of Jared's super chats. You guys are great. Oh, Kingsport Cal says, I work, Cat. And see, once again, with the all caps, he's saying, I know you think I'm a ne'er-do-well who doesn't do anything but watch live streams.
I heard that in Cal's voice, that I work Ken, how long he said the word Ken, like all of it perfectly is encapsulated in my mind.
I work Ken. We all know Ken. We all know Cal's voice. I trimmed my beard, Steve, you're a beard man. So I trimmed my beard down. I couldn't afford to go to my barber this week. My beard was getting, I intentionally grow like winter beards, and I get a little depressed. I'm depressed right now. So I grew this big beard, but then I was on Pat Conkey's show, as I am every Tuesday, Culture, Faith, and Politics, where I produce. And last week, he's got this dignified, like older audience, and I don't want to look like a ne'er-do-well like Calvin. And I looked at my beard on the replay, and I was like, oh, I do look crazed, like I'm in a cabin in the woods. So I was like, I'm going to trim it down. Do you ever do, because I like the little Viking beard, a little layered to a point. Look at this. I just went down to a 0 right here. And it looks like reverse sideburns, but I needed to reset it. I couldn't fix it. And I was like, we're going to, and I literally grabbed my shears. I looked in the mirror like I was Richie Tenenbaum from Royal Tenenbaums. And that horrible scene, and I was like, I'm going to do something horrible today. And I just went, and I'm just waiting for him to grow in a little bit before I take the stage this week.
Yeah. Well, you've got, see that's your advantage there is the headphones can hide a lot of that going on. So I work from home, so I get the same advantage where I don't have to worry so much about like my side brow situation going up into the lawn hair kind of thing. Yeah.
Wispies.
I'm just furry in general, so I'll get it, and my wife will have to tell me like 3-4 days, like, hey, your ear, you have hair growing out of your ears because you're a mutant. Like, take care of yourself. You wear headphones all day, so you don't care about working, but I have to live with it.
I got the whatever. I got the what is it, the Manscaped one. It was the only time I appeared on Christian Harloff's show, and I'll give him credit. We had a good time. We had a good interview. Went down to his house. It was like a 2-hour drive in traffic, and he gave me like, he said, you want one of these? I got promotional packages, and they're great shavers for your parts. And there's an ear one, and it works really well, but it can't compete against the time. And the older you get, you wake up the next day like, oh, and I got no one now to warn me. My dog doesn't know the difference. I'm alone now. Gonna die alone now with ear hair just out to here. So there you go.
Squirrely's doing the thing where it's like scratching at its ear all the time. That's her giving you a cue, not just scratching an itch. That's her trying to tell you, like, hey, check yourself.
I'll pay attention to that then. I thought of you because I always do, Steve. Rewatched all 9 episodes, the 9 Disney Plus episodes of the Beatle anthology, and some of late stage George, who passed away in 2001, but in the early 90s, they interviewed all the Beatles for that thing, blah, blah, blah. Great shots of George, like long hair and the beard, but like old, not like 71 George, like 93 VH1 appearance George. And I was like, I think Steve could pull this look off. You could pull this look off. So I'll send you some photos of the George Harrison I want you to be.
Okay. I'll have to do a George Harrison for Halloween one year, maybe.
All right, I'll allow it. We got some calls lined up. We're taking advice calls tonight. But we also got, I think, Ethan calling in here and something we're going to get to in a second. I do want to take care of some business. Hey, if you're listening or watching later, up on the Patreon page, we do the Young Guns 2 watch along. I think I'm going to figure one out for mid-December. I got to see when I'm traveling this month to my folks, but I'd love to do another one. We'll have some fun. Steve, you had a good idea of the Black Friday South Parks. That could work.
Yes.
Something,
Black Friday South Parks.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Disney, the early 90s Charlie Sheen Three Musketeers.
Oh, yeah. We might do that one in the new year. We might do something holiday related. Oh, but I do want to watch the Three Musketeers. We're definitely doing that. We're definitely doing the Three Musketeers because I cannot wait to see. I haven't seen that movie since I saw it in the theater. And then within a week, Steve left the theater, Fair Oaks Cinemas in Rio Grande, California, went to my barber and had a picture of Oliver Platt in that movie. It was like, just like this, please.
Did you wear the bandana too?
No, just like, and a little Charlie Sheen, little Kiefer, but they all had the early 90s sweeping mullet that was no longer officially a mullet, but then the big Van Dyke, what's often called just a goatee, with the big puffy Van Dyke. So I have a special relationship with that movie. Love it. But some of the other business, hey, tomorrow, maybe tonight, where you at? New music from the Moonagers. Who are the Moonagers? It's Sean Arnold, Brian Tiller, Jonas Bergen on drums, and me, who co-writes the lyrics with Brian Tiller and the gang. We got a new song out, End of the Road. It's coming out tomorrow on all streaming services. It's available now, I think, on our Bandcamp page, moonagers.bandcamp.com. Really proud of this one. It is a good old-fashioned jingly, jangly guitar breakup song. I'm really excited for you all to hear it. So please look for that tomorrow. Stream it, add it, do your things, and pat me on the head and tell me I've done well, because that's all I want in life. All I want in life. All right. Should we get to our odds tonight? The only thing I really want to talk about, I haven't taken a big swing through the news myself the last couple of days. Calculated, Steve, that we talked a little bit about it on Saturday, but I actually calculated it. Human-to-human contact was nearly a void of 55 hours for me.
Wow. From
seeing a human to 55 hours in solitude, which might not be the best thing. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, but he prefers to be called Secretary of War, so I have to respect that, Steve. Though it's not official. Clown show guy, cosplaying as a warrior, which is something Mark Kelly said today. Of course, he's investigating Mark Kelly, or trying to have Mark Kelly investigated for being treacherous and traitorous. But I'm sensing, Steve, and other people have sensed it too, because I get my opinions from other people. I think Trump's ready to cut this guy. I think this whole thing with we're nearly at war with Venezuela, shooting these drug boats. Trump's on. He loves that. But then this whole like kill him again thing that happened, that's emerged, that now has a bipartisan group of leaders and politicians wanting to investigate. Hearing him, I think it was either on Air Force One or something. It was one of those kind of impromptu Trump press conferences where he's just kind of chit chatting, and that's where he calls women names, usually those press conferences, actually every press conference. I sense that he might have to cut bait. So thoughts on that, Steve? But also, we want to get to the odds, and you actually have the odds of Hesketh surviving.
We do. We have the odds. I'll give you some numbers here in just a moment. I think you're right that in a normal, sane world, none of this would be happening. And in a somewhat almost kind of normal, in the first administration, in Trump 1.0, he probably would have cut bait. The odds literally just changed. So something may have just happened in the last 30 seconds because
okay, I'm gonna look at the news.
I'm watching this change in real time. Anyway, if this was the first administration, something would have happened because back then they were at least giving us like the illusion of trying to do things in a somewhat traditional sense or somewhat like based on precedent. Whereas now we're just full blown off the rails authoritarian as far as just not caring about, legal precedent or following court orders, any of that kind of stuff. So I think to Trump, firing someone like Hegseth in such a big prominent position is Trump admitting he's wrong. And so that's why I actually don't think he's going to do it. I think this is, and the market here agrees with me, Ken, I think this is the closest Hegseth has or will get to getting cut. But I still would be surprised at least if Trump did it, just because to me that sounds like an admission on Trump's part, and he doesn't do that.
Right. As opposed to this time last go around, he had already started to lose people and fire people, and the Rex Tillersons of the world were getting ready to bolt. John Kelly eventually bolts. John Bolton bolts. All that stuff.
He's now getting sued.
Yeah. So within the last 9 minutes, there's a headline that says Hegseth stands by, quote, American hero admiral who issued second boat strike order. I don't know. I can't read all that. Talking about Frank M. Bradley. So that's 9 minutes ago. Maybe that's what changed. Did his chance of survival go up in terms of the odds?
They only moved 1%. So the odds that we don't have official odds on like 10-1 or whatever. Is he going to get fired? It's more of who will be the first to leave the Trump cabinet. And his odds have spiked considerably in the last 48 hours. He's up to 33% is Hegseth as the favorite to leave the administration first. The person who's singing praises right now is Kash Patel is somewhere in a FBI like stairwell, like fist pumping the air, going like, "Yes, thank God it's not me." But
yeah, these two. I saw someone refer to like the Trump administration now. This go around is just mostly content creators just building their brands.
Yes, yeah,
and they're truly all cosplay
administration. Yeah, it is. Fox News is running the country. Let's be very clear.
Yeah. Patel and Hegseth and Kristi Noem, just like every that goddamn commercial pops up on YouTube a lot, where she's like, "Hello, I'm Kristi Noem, and God bless Trump for and the whole like if you self-deport,
taking off a runway,
yeah. This is your future if you don't self-deport with our app." Like, oh God, it's all just posturing, but it's effective because they got a lot of people in their corner. I think a good way to look at it. I think a good way to look at it is that I actually agree with you. I don't think Trump will fire him because that is he won't fire him to own the libs. But the idea of we have kind of like that Matt Gaetz, like, you know what, I was thinking about running or doing this attorney general thing, but I got a podcast I got to start, and just that you got to bow out to get out of the way, but we'll make it seem like it's your own. Like Hegseth will be like, you know what? I really missed weekends at Fox. I'm gonna go back.
The couch was comfy. So his odds are a little bit different. Those are the odds to leave the administration from that standpoint. Not necessarily getting fired. Kash Patel being the director of the FBI is different than being the Secretary of Defense or being in an immediate cabinet, as far as I understand executive appointments. So him and Kash and Pete are currently tied at 9%, neck and neck on most likely to leave the administration this year. So within the next 4 weeks.
Within 3 weeks.
Yeah, Dan Bongino is up there as well, and Caroline Leavitt has seen a little bit of a bump in the last few days as well at 6%, tied with Pam Bondi and RFK Jr. 6%.
Man, what a murderous row of dipshits! Just what a lineup! What a lineup! I can't pick which one I'd want to have go first. And then
the list doesn't get better, Ken. Marco Rubio, Scott Bessent, Pete Navarro. I mean, Howard Lutnick. Is that the guy you said that with the bald guy with the beard? He just sits there smiling.
Oh, I fucking
Tony
hate
Kornheiser
those.
haircut.
Yes. Don't you bring Kornheiser into this?
I love Kornheiser. He has a very characteristic haircut. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take a quick call here because we got advice calls. I got Addie with an advice question. Jared the Tide Pilot calling in as well. If you want to call in, become a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Ken Napzok. I also want to apologize. I told you off air, Steve. I recorded last night a full half-hour Monday morning show. Pretty proud of it. I was like, yeah, this has been great. And then there was a technical issue that I could have fixed if I had 1 second of intelligence in my brain left to check a setting. I didn't check a setting. That's been giving me issues. And the whole episode had no audio. And instead of re-recording it, Steve, which has happened previously, like the last week, because I did the same thing last week, but I re-recorded it. This week I went, fuck it, and I played more Madden, and I had some dinner, and I didn't record an episode. So I apologize to all Patreon supporters who get that video early, and those who listen to the public. I promise, Steve, I'm going to do better.
You're always forgiven, Ken. It is the season of giving, and we're going to give you the grace of.
Thank you.
I tried.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah. It was the fact that it was the second week in a row. It's just a setting issue that something StreamYard's doing, and you should check like a pilot. Check your systems. I just failed to do it. All right. We got a call coming in here from our buddy Ethan, who is not done yelling at Pete Hegseth. I don't even say his name right because I don't care about his name. Pete Hegseth. Ethan, Svetnik1138 wants to call in because Pete's done a lot of horrible things, but one is close to Ethan's heart. Ethan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. And frankly, the guy doesn't deserve for you to pronounce his name correctly.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, like you said, there was something obviously there are far worse things that are happening with this administration. But something, you're right, hit kind of close to home for me this last week. This last Tuesday, NPR wrote a story detailing plans that Pete Hegseth and the Department of Defense have to cut ties between the United States military and Scouting America, which is formerly known as the Boy Scouts of America.
Right.
And the reasoning that they gave is because, according to a memo that they got their hands on, the Secretary of Defense believes the organization is no longer a meritocracy and has become an organization designed to attack boy-friendly spaces. He called the organization genderless and criticized it for promoting the dreaded DEI. He's also quoted as saying the organization that was once endorsed by President Theodore Roosevelt no longer supports the future of American boys. Well, Pete, you're right. It doesn't promote the future of American boys. It promotes the future of Americans, period. I'm honestly, this whole is just a small example of why I hate this guy. He is the model example of that guy that is so insecure with himself that anything that challenges what he thinks of the world or whatever else is just terrible. And for him, it seems to be women. He's scared of the little girls and the fact that they can do everything that he can do. And it just, and frankly,
Ethan, you're involved with the Scouts, right? That's why this is personal. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. So I'm very involved in the local Cub Scouts den or pack, in my in my
Mm-hmm.
town. Both my boys are involved, and I'm the assistant cub master, and my wife is a den leader for the second grade kids. And like, I don't know, the whole thing, like all the reasons and everything that were like given there, like it's laughable.
Mm-hmm.
Like saying that it's not a meritocracy anymore. You know what else is not a meritocracy anymore? The United States cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
none of you, especially
Yeah.
him, are
Yeah.
anywhere near I don't know, just anywhere near qualified for their jobs.
Yeah.
Like this guy was sitting on a couch on Fox News like last year,
Mm-hmm.
and now
weekend anchor.
Yeah, exactly. Not even good enough to be like during prime time.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Last Tuesday I was much more heated about it.
Sure.
This week I'm a little less heated about it because I realize, you know what, it's not the worst thing for the organization to be a little less tied with the government.
Sure.
But also, like, it's the principle of the thing. Like, how dare he, frankly.
It's the culture war of it all, which is often just so maddening and based out of fear, mostly, and based out of ignorance. So if you've been involved for years, you've seen some of these, I'll say, changes in the Scouts. What's the benefit of that? What have you seen in terms of it being a positive change, and what has it meant to you personally to see this happen?
Well, so the change when it came to letting girls join, I believe happened like 2018, 2019.
Right.
It wasn't until this January this year that the name officially changed to Scouting America, and is no longer called the Boy Scouts of America. And honestly, like, my biggest thing is that the program overall, like I feel like every organization has its warts.
Yeah.
And the Boy Scouts, certainly had some large ones a while back.
Yeah, I get you. Yep.
But in recent years, they've done a lot to like change a lot of that, and letting in girls and allowing them to be full participants and everything has been fantastic, not only for just membership, but like just having everybody be able to be together and go through everything together, learn from each other. And it's just better. We have multiple little girls that are in our youngest's den, and like they're the most involved. Because frankly, girls are just a little more like mature earlier on, and it's just they are just I don't know. The whole thing just makes me annoyed, honestly.
I think that's the polite way of putting it. Like you said, no, I'm with you on it, and just wanted to end on the positive side of what the Scouting America organization is doing and how you're seeing it play out firsthand. It seems to be like just building a bigger umbrella for the future of our generation, the future of America, with the younger generations getting to understand that everyone can be under that umbrella. That's a good thing to me, Pete. Not you.
Yeah.
Pete.
And I guess just to end, I just feel like one of the major like goals of Scouting is to instill in these kids principles that are outlined in what we call the Scout Law, which is that a Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. And I feel like all of those are wonderful things for any person to learn and to try to emulate. And I just wish that any of the people in the current administration would give it a shot.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'd love them to learn the things that they seem to be wanting to preserve just for boys in this case. Well, Ethan, I appreciate you calling in, sharing that, get it off your chest. We'll officially make this segment, Steve. Hey, Pete Hegseth. Fuck that guy. That's what today is.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And then, hey, one last thing, just a advice question, just to bring it back to Advice Monday. So you have obviously been working in broadcasting and video editing and like audio, everything for a very long time.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't say a very long time. That would be, but for a good long while.
You can see my face.
So I have started trying to create some videos and everything on my own.
Yeah.
Thinking back to your earliest days of hearing your own voice, what advice do you have to getting over that weird feeling of hearing your own voice and just thinking that sounds odd?
Yeah, early on. I think the first time, I mean, as a young kid, my dad and I would record reel-to-reels. I would record my own shows on my little tape deck at home. And it's so funny, I didn't have as much of a problem then. I think because I think it was inside my own walls. And then I remember a video that I made in 6th grade that I had to present in front of the class that I was very proud of and was the first comedy and doing this kind of stuff is something I definitely want to do because it's how I could communicate to the world because I was a shy kid. But it was around that time. And then in 7th grade, when I started performing in the theater department, I was Mike TV in our production of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I know, Steve, pretty cool. But we did a video thing where I was pre-recorded and put into a VHS tape was played and it looked like I was trapped in the TV like Mike TV. And I remember watching that, Ethan. And that was the first time I went, I hate that guy. Whoever that guy sounds like horrible. That's not me. And it was weird that it set in there, which is also the year I first started to really understand and experience depression. So I gotta, I guess, go back, or I sometimes go back and connect to the early days when I just was too young to have not shame, but to have doubt in myself. None of us sound how we hear ourselves. It's just. We'll have Addie explain the science. Maybe Dr. Addie, Steve could explain why in my head I sound cool. On the outside, I sound like Dennis Miller needing a nap. I don't know. But Ethan, I don't listen to myself a lot. I don't go back and listen to a lot of episodes. I get uncomfortable with it. So you're not alone. It never really goes away. But I just have to go back to those moments of just be you. This is what you got. I changed my voice a little bit. This is obviously a little broadcastery. I don't walk around my house talking like this. I usually am just singing to a chihuahua. But that's kind of that character I form, which has a little bit of a little insulation for me from my doubt. But I just have to go back to those moments where I didn't doubt it and I didn't question. I just allowed myself to be who I am on a microphone. So it's emotional. And that's the only way I know to fix it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. And I also appreciate you letting me get on the soapbox for a little while. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Absolute joy. I'm honored to have you on to do it, Ethan. Thank you, buddy. All right. Aaron, the author, says it's imposter syndrome. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. Absolutely that is. And Brian Tiller says, listening back to yourself sing. Yeah, God bless Brian, the lead singer of the Moonagers. I couldn't... I sing to my dog, Steve. That's it.
I got used to listening to myself on tape, doing journalism, going to journalism school and growing up in that environment of having the tape recorder around your neck that had the little microphone attached to it, going around and recording stories and then having to edit those and cut those up. And I got over myself after when you do that, you switch off, you have a partner, like usually your cameraman or someone like that. And then you switch off in the second semester or the first quarter or whatever, you are the cameraman doing the editing and everything. And I heard myself sound in the tape recorder. And then I heard 3 or 4 other people. And I was just like, oh, I'm at least better than that. I'm fine. I'm over this now.
It's a ranking system.
As long as I wasn't like I didn't sound like that guy. I'm good because I was doing this for a living and couldn't put a sentence together.
I'm better with the voice. Like I said, I'm also as you get older, your voice changes. Like it's hilarious to listen to like radio. I have radio tapes from when I was 20, and that's just crazy. It's just crazy to hear like, hi everybody, it's kind of, and it's not like voice breaking. It's not puberty, but it's like, we got the rock and roll bear here. It's just, you just don't know how much your voice will change. And then it's only going to get more gravelly. And then I have developed a bit of this deeper rasp as I broadcast daily. So I love it. And yeah, Aaron's right. The majority of our time, we are way more critical of ourselves than anyone else would be. And maybe this is something I want to talk about on maybe on Blathering Mailbag, or I'm going to start doing Blathering minisodes instead of Mailbag every week about this idea of because I think what you said is right, Steve. But you kind of got to just get over yourself and get over it. And what Aaron's saying, the majority of the time we're way more critical of ourselves than anyone else would be. My friend Jason and I have had this conversation of I want to really sometimes I need to work harder at seeing myself at how other people see me, the good ones, not the people that hate me.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Where it's just like we just don't clue in on that. It's easy to believe the bad stuff, and I need to work on that, and that's a goal for me the next month or two or year.
It's a little bit of ego death too, right? It's the whole like you don't think about yourself 10. Other people don't think about you 10% as much as you think about yourself, and how and aren't as critical and as definite, and so. Yeah. Narrow on those criticisms as you are. So it's like, get over yourself a little bit. It's not, I don't want to say get over yourself, nobody cares, but that's at the end of the day, that is kind of the simplest way to put it.
It is kind of it. And I think you and I have a sports background where sometimes it's like, get in the batter's bucket, fucking swing, kid. Like what are you doing?
Right.
Like,
well, you get 3 strikes for a reason. The first strike doesn't matter. You get 2 more. Like just play, man. Right.
What are you, Tua? What are you, Tua Tagovailoa?
Oh God.
Please no. The worst.
So bad.
I've never had my team.
He's broken. He's just
2 weeks in a 2 weeks in a row. The Dolphins have won, and we've been embarrassed by winning. Like it's been frustrating. But no, it's true. And I have this with stand up. There's actually a tape I want to try to get up on the Patreon page. It's another hosting tape I did a couple weeks ago. It was a really good set. I hosted for Wendy Liebman, who's one of the comics I grew up watching, and she just absolutely was so nice to me and everything. And then I got the tape. I always say tape like an old man, but I got the video, I got the file, and I was like, I can't air this. I hate this. I look fat. You can't really hear the crowd laugh, even though I know they were, but the audio never picks up the crowd. And I'm like, this is just bad. And I suck. And I got depressed. But at the end of the show, the comic who came up after me, who was very accomplished, a writer and in his late 50s, pulled me aside and was like, hey man, like, how do you write? What's your process? Cause like, I was watching you up there and I love everything you're doing. And I remember driving home going, why can't I see that? Why can't that be the thing instead of me driving home going, I should just drive off this overpass into the train and just let it hit me? Like, why is that? Why is that? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of pharmaceutical companies would go out of business if we had an easy answer to that one, Ken. So
that's true.
You let me know.
That's true. I go to my doctor on Thursday. I start my journey with a lot of things. I'm hoping to get some of those pharmaceuticals at a bargain basement price, no doubt.
At first, I thought you said a bargain on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, "Oh God, you're getting no, don't buy Xanax off of some lady on Facebook."
No, we got it. That might be. That's the only way we're all going to survive this healthcare crisis. If you
better than
start
single payer.
Yeah, if you start selling like your leftover meds that are on I'm sure that happens already.
This is how the old people are going to keep the wealth for another 20 years. Ken, they're going to be like, oh, we have all the prescriptions, so now they're all going to be landlords and drug dealers.
Craigslist, old used meds. Anyone need some meds? I love that. Okay. So there you go. What is Plume doing? Dropping in a line to like. Look forward to catch up later. Hope Cat is totally chill with himself and super accepting of what Sal tells. Yeah, no, I'm not. Unless it comes to Fortnite. We got some big wins this weekend, Plume and I, on the new map, which is hard.
Okay.
Update, and we got advice calls from Addie and Jared. I'm getting closer. I might beat Laserbolt. I have 80.36.
Oh, it's not even halftime yet. You got plenty of time.
Come on, Darius.
The game just started.
Come on, Darius. Sorry, I'm sorry. Of all the people, Laserbolt's just the nicest, and I don't want to defeat him. There you go. All right. Let's. What am I doing? Sorry, I just got distracted by a text. 8984M. Thank you for the super chat. I'll drink a buzzball for 0-14 TS9. Okay, so if I lose tonight, Brady will do a buzzball. Oh, we got to make that happen. And then already, thank you, David, for that one as well. All right, shall we take some advice calls? Let's do that.
Dish out some advice.
All right, Addie's on the call here. Addie, I don't mean to put pressure on you assigning science projects to you. I apologize for that.
There is a scientific explanation for that, Ken. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is, but it has to do with like bone conductance and the way you hear yourself in your head versus what your voice actually sounds like. Because you're not hearing yourself with your ears.
Right. Okay. All right. This is fantastic. So maybe down the line, doesn't have to be next week. I'd love to know more.
I need to dig a little deeper, but like there is a real scientific explanation for it.
But and
that's why it happens to everyone, because you don't sound the way you think you sound. It's a little bit of cognitive dissonance.
Right. Absolutely.
So my inner monologue doesn't sound the way I think I sound, though.
Not even your inner monologue, Steve. Like me, the voice that I hear talking to you right now is not the voice that everyone else is hearing talk to you.
I get bone conductance, and I'm totally using that the next time someone asks me a question, and I think I can bullshit them out of like the health thing, and they'll be like, "Well, what's wrong with bone conductance?" And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, of course,
sure." Fascinating. Well, this is why, and I know I'm a grumpy old radio guy, but this is why I'm so big on the cans, and I get for some shows you might not want the look or anything like that, but like I cannot stress enough, this is how you monitor your tool. Your tool is your voice. This is what you're doing. And the people who would come on my shows back in the old Screen Junkies, I don't want the headphones. They're the people back here like this the entire episode. But like, move up on the goddamn mic, or they're just too loud, or too loud. This is how you get past the skull bones. That's what I think. But it's not perfect. All right, Addie, I'm hogging your time. You have a call for advice.
I do. I have an ethical conundrum, guys.
I love this. What a question already, Steve.
So I pre-ordered something from a company I'm not going to name because it would possibly color your answer. But let's just say it's one of those companies I technically shouldn't be shopping at.
I got you.
I pre-ordered something from them that shipped on time and was supposed to arrive to my house by last Wednesday. So the day before. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
The Wednesday before, the 22nd of November.
Oh.
Which was a Saturday. Anyway, doesn't matter. It was supposed to arrive well before Thanksgiving. Okay.
Okay.
Never arrived, and the tracking stopped moving.
Okay. Yeah.
So this past weekend, like 2 days ago, I went on the app and I said, my package is missing.
Yep.
I would like a replacement.
Fair. Okay.
And they sent me a replacement at no additional charge.
Uh-oh. I see where this is going. Go ahead.
I love this.
Both items arrived today.
Yep.
You sound like a lucky son of a bitch, Addie.
It's Addie, you got a victory. We're all here fighting the machine, and you got a victory. And I really know exactly what you're talking about, because I think we've all had this. But I had this the other 3 or 4 months ago. I needed some new XLR cables, and I ordered them, and they said they got delivered, and every sign showed it was delivered. And I was like, not delivered, outside of my house. Went to my neighbors' houses, both sides, nothing. I ordered, here's your replacement. Replacements came about 3 days after my replacement. I went to the side of my house I don't go to, and by the fence, which is not the front door, was the package. I now have extra XLR cables, and life has given me a victory.
So my problem with this is I am the kind of I am a rule person. I'm a rule follower. I try very hard to be a good person.
You are, and you are.
And I currently have a $50 item I didn't pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I respect you.
And I have no need for 2 of this item.
Sell it. Can it be resold? Is it perishable?
It's an unopened vinyl.
Say, as long as it's not a kidney, I think you're fine. Like, as long as this isn't preventing someone else from living or anything like that, or it's not what you didn't take someone else's thing. It's just another thing off a rack.
Can you and Steve see me?
What? No. No. Is it you ordered a vinyl? You ordered what, a Taylor Swift album?
The Wicked soundtrack.
Oh, that's the Billionaire.
The Wicked soundtrack.
From? Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, it does have people singing while they smile on it, though.
Look, they smile a lot less in this one, Ken.
Yeah, no, Jennifer Landa told me that today. Will McLean's right. Sell it, gift it to someone else. If you don't want to keep, you feel that you've earned this for free, maybe gift it to someone else in your family or friend group that loves Wicked, and vinyls are great. I think if you want to, if you're burdened, and Steve, tell me if I'm off base. If you're morally and emotionally burdened by this $50 item in your possession, give it up and ask nothing in return, and I think your soul will be clear. Steve, am I wrong?
You could drop it off at the Goodwill and make some little girl who's a Taylor Swift fan who walks through Goodwill. You could make her Christmas by coming across that and wanting to get that.
This is Wicked, not Taylor Swift. Hold on, that's
Taylor Swift. Wicked. Sorry, I just assumed it was same thing.
Different.
Same principle.
Could be different.
Not the same thing. But you know what I mean. Or you could just put it in like a safety deposit box or something at the bank and hope that it becomes like a relic in 50 years, like a Michael Jordan rookie card. And maybe someone on YouTube in 30 years will be doing like reaction videos opening OG Wicked merchandise, and you'll be able to sell them this for like $5,000.
Brady, who is a rule follower as well. Brady's a good guy. He says gifted. So where's your heart lie right now, Addie? Are we giving you good advice? Is this something you want to consider? You're not going to return it, right? That's too much of a hassle.
Well, I don't see a way to return it without returning it to the store and getting my money back, which definitely feels morally incorrect because I didn't pay for it twice.
Right.
So I think either gifting it or finding somewhere to donate it to is my best option, only because as much as I appreciate Aaron's comment that you have on the screen right now. I have no need for 2 copies of the same vinyl soundtrack.
Right. Aaron, okay, just for audio listeners, Aaron says, I give Addie permission to keep it as someone had a $100 package disappear from her mailroom that I never got a refund for because it wasn't company's fault that I live with assholes. But I Aaron's not a rule follower. Okay. I've been at social events with Aaron. She's a fun hang at a dinner. Schmoes podcast days, they were fun. Aaron may be Canadian, but she enjoys a good drink like me at a dinner. Addie, I think it's a gift. I understand you want to clear your soul and you don't want to make profit off something you don't feel you earned. I would sell it. I'd make that profit.
I want to know when this is going to happen to me. I see posts all the time for people like building PCs and they get like sent like 20 extra sticks of RAM or something. And it's like, it gets sent a whole box of the thing and said, I want that to happen because that shit's worth like gold now. I want that to happen to me. I've done something similar to this, Ken, just as a quick story. I was at Walmart in the self-checkout line. And so I accidentally ended up stealing about 12 grill grates thinking I was just buying one of them. because the grill grates were in a box on the display shelf, and I thought the whole box was the grill grate, so I just picked up the box, put it in my cart. It was heavy as shit. I was like, oh my God, why is this so heavy? And then I scanned one of them and then put it in my car. I paid $12 for one grill grate, went home, and I realized I had like a dozen of them. It was I stole.
You're in the grill grate business now.
I've
but
got a lot. If you need a grill grate, call me.
You're talking to the girl, Steve, who once went grocery shopping at Walmart and was going to buy some nail polish with her groceries, went through the checkout line, paid for everything, got to her car, found the nail polish in like the place where you put children.
Yep.
So it never got scanned.
Yep.
And I walked back into the store to customer service and insisted on paying for it. They looked at me like I was nuts.
Yeah.
Lady, what are you doing? What are you doing, lady? You won today. You got a victory, lady. I feel you, Addie. I have done that too. I have done that.
I just believe in karma is all.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Kissinger lived to 100.
Yeah.
Because karma's not real.
I love this. This is a great advice question. I say this. Well, let me ask you this. Again, I think it's a holiday season, gifting it, paying it forward. I think there's some great value in that. It's a good season for it. However, you're going to listen to it, right? You got a record player. You're gonna listen to popular in your house. Okay. Uh-huh. Open one, keep the other. I think Steve's right. It's a bit of a keepsake. Frame it. I have all my Beatle and Steve Martin LPs framed that I can hang on a wall. I think do that. Frame it. Hang it.
Okay. You all have given me some great options to think of.
Love it.
That don't make my soul feel like I'm doing something bad. I feel where you are. I am return the cart guy at the grocery store parking lot. I am
just because you live in a civilized society, Ken.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. We agree with that, Steve.
I park next to the cart corral just to make it easy.
Thank you, Addie. That's what I do as well. Or I walk. Anyways, I get you. If I tease you for being a little bit of a goody two shoes, Addie, it's because I've been my entire life, almost to my own detriment. Where I've had the other thing. One time I forgot I had to get some little pills for Franny, left them in the cart, but paid for them, and I didn't go back and like get them. I just was like, well, lost that one. So I feel it. But I think what you need to do, you need to take a shot of tequila and then make the decision. I think we need to shake you loose a little bit of what's going on. All right. And then Jared, the type that says he'll buy it. That's profit.
Jared has almost figured out where I live, so that's.
Use PO boxes, folks. Come on now.
Hold on, hold on. I can't let that. Jared, are you peeking through windows, going through mail? How has this happened?
Way to make me sound like an asshole, Addie. Love you too.
Well, you're from Boston. You're from the greater Boston area. We know you're a masshole.
Well, there's a difference between asshole and masshole.
Really?
That is true.
Yes.
Is that what you all tell yourselves out there?
But no, just living here for 40 years and between just audio calls with the group and then this, it's just like, I got you within a 5-mile radius.
I don't know if you're helping your cause here.
I know, but it is true.
I can almost pinpoint you.
Honestly, Ken, I think Jared and I live closer to each other than anyone might guess.
That's amazing. The BlatherCon out there. Look, here's the thing. Truth is, I know some of your addresses. I know Will McLean's address. I have it. I have it. I think who else has bought a book for me? Oh, this guy, Kingsport Cal, I could drive to his house tonight. I know right where he is. So I have all the power.
You have my old address, Ken. I don't think you have my current address.
Well, now great, good. I'm glad you told me because I had texted to Jared and was like, "Go crazy."
We're gonna get subpoenaed, Ken. This episode's gonna get
so bad
for sure.
Oh yeah, I think I do have Aaron the authors. I just want to know where to send the Canadian whiskey. All right, Addie. Thank you for the call. Oh, do we want to broker a deal, Jared? You will buy the Wicked soundtrack.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I enjoy good music and vinyls.
It's the new one, Jared. It's the one you haven't seen yet.
Hey, you know,
Wicked 2, the Wickeding. Okay.
By the
Electric
way,
Boogaloo.
I'm reminding him live on air. He watched Wicked in exchange for me saying I would watch one episode of DS9. He has yet to tell me what episode I'm watching.
This peddler, man. This DS9 peddler.
To be fair, Addie, to be fair,
this is what Nancy
I
Reagan
completely
was
forgot
about
that
for the 90s.
Yeah.
Guys like Jared.
I'm too good. I'm too
See?
good, Jared.
Too good.
You are.
I have
Addie
to
keeps us
remind
classy.
She does.
Addie definitely keeps us classy.
All right, Addie, thank you for the advice call. I'm going to take a call from this mass hall and let us know on Thursday. Please update us or whenever you gift it or enjoy it yourself.
Will do, Ken. Thanks.
I love that call. That was great. Jared, before I get to you, I got a question I got to answer in real time. Ryan says, I'm at Wood Ranch. What's good? Burger, steak, chicken, etc. Do you have a favorite? Yeah. Here's what I suggest. Ryan, I suggest you get the 2 turkey breast meal, okay? And then you get 2 sides. Now, they're going to tell you maybe at lunchtime that you get just 1 side. Go for the 2. Pay for it if you got it. Get the skillet ranch beans and the mashed potatoes. If you're feeling sassy, the baked potato. But if it's your first real time at Wood Ranch, you get those chicken breasts, and then you get the skillet baked beans, the mashed potatoes. And then you take your fork and you cut with the knife the piece of chicken. Steve, are you following along? Are you taking notes?
Yeah, I'm taking notes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you take that piece of chicken and then you dip it in the skillet ranch beans and you kind of scoop it up. And then you scoop it up with the mashed potatoes. And then you take a big bite and you do this. Oh, yeah. That's me at Wood Ranch every time I go. Ryan, that's your game plan. That's how you do it.
That's a great recommendation. That just sounds like my Thanksgiving dinner, but yeah, that's a good
it's a good American bite right there.
Nice.
It's also Malcolm checking in there. We ignored the super chat last week, and I felt so bad. Hey Ken, since you just watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for the first time, I was wondering if you, Steve, or the folks at home had any nightmarish travel experiences that it reminded you of. That's a great question. I've been pretty fortunate in travel. Now, as a kid, one time we were heading up to Yosemite in my dad's Volkswagen van. It broke down, and instead of being in wonderful, beautiful Yosemite, we spent 2 days in Fresno, California. It's not the same picture. Not the same thing. And while there at a hotel, I almost drowned in a swimming pool. So it was not a good trip. But as an adult, been pretty good. Missed a couple flights, or not missed, but flights delayed and everything. I think the worst was, I've told the story before, so I won't remix it, but flying to Washington, D.C. With Christian Rivacaba. Mark Ellis had got on the flight an hour before us and was heading to D.C., and on the way there, the plane had a weird, mysterious problem. We had to do an emergency landing in Phoenix, and we were stranded in the Phoenix airport all night, which doesn't really open till 7, so we couldn't get any food, anything like that, and you couldn't sleep. And that's actually where I watched The Mandalorian episode 2 for the first time on my phone in the Phoenix airport, stranded there. And that was manageable. So I've been pretty fortunate. Steve, you?
Yeah, Star Wars Celebration 2019, leaving Chicago. I left on Sunday. It snowed, and for whatever reason, the city of Chicago doesn't know how to handle an inch of snow at their airport in April. And so everything was shut down. I rented a car to drive back to Washington, D.C., and got a notification as we were driving down to get into the rental car that we had got on a standby flight. I had slept the night before on the floor of a Chili's, and we watched Tiger Woods win the Masters on the floor of that Chili's on that Sunday because we had nothing else to do all day. And Game of Thrones premiered that night. Yep. And I didn't get to watch it until the next day because we didn't get home till 3 a.m.
That was almost a disaster. I really feel for you, Steve. And look, if only we had met in 2019, unlike when you played.
If only. Let me find my picture again.
Because if you were producer Steve, you would have been invited to my hotel room to watch the Game of Thrones premiere with me, Joseph Scrimshaw, Mark Ellis, and Darina Ariano. Provided you stayed fucking quiet and didn't make any noise. But yes, you're right. It was not the snow. It was like this. It was chaos at the airport, like because of it was really. My flight was canceled. I was supposed to leave Sunday, and they were like, "We got the airline was like, we got another one for you Thursday." Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I can't. What? No. So I got my own flight out Tuesday morning and had a wonderful extra day at the convention. But yeah, that was a weird. That Sunday was really weird.
Yeah. So, thanks, Chicago.
Yeah, great question.
Now, so yeah.
Brian Taylor says a social centric story. I got stuck on top of the Cajon Pass on the 15 freeway for 6 hours from a trip from Vegas, waiting for a fire to subside. Oh no! And that's if you're at the wrong part on the 15 freeway, the Cajon Pass. You're in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing you could do. Well, yeah, I feel that there. Okay. Oh, look at that!
It's crazy to me out west, the different geological and weather things you guys have to deal with. I visited a friend in Oregon once, and we were trying to drive out to the coast of Oregon, and he's like, "Oh no, we can't go that way. That pass isn't opened until winter is over or whatever, until it thaws." Right. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are we on? Like Hoth? What do you mean until it thaws out? It's 2025. We're waiting for passes to clear. Like this is like the colonial times. What are we talking about?
Exactly. I feel like it's 1825, or like what did Gandalf tell you we shouldn't go there?
Right. Exactly. Like, no, we have to take the Cap of Rohan.
You know what they awoke there in the deep. Like what are we doing? Vulcan Nerd says I landed in Japan for the 2011 earthquake. Oh yeah, with a group of friends around. Yeah. Wow. That's good. Jared, sorry, you were going to say something.
Yeah, we have exciting news here for Kenneth. Breaking in, folks. Ken has won his first fantasy game.
Oh, wow. Yes. Wow. Oh, look at that.
Darius Slayton doesn't like fumble too. Well, no, you're up 7 points. Yeah, you're up 7 points. He'll be fine.
Slayton just got a touchdown, 11.10 points. And with apologies to Laserbolt, I am a 99% chance of winning. Yeah, you're right. If Slayton has 2 fumbles or 3 fumbles or kicks his own quarterback in the nards, I think I've got this. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. David McKay says,
congratulations.
The Oregonians dug too deep, too greedily. All right, but Brady says no buzz balls. We've got to find a bet that Brady can lose and do buzz balls live on the air with us. We're gonna make sure of that. Jared, thanks for being patient for my rambling.
Of course,
having a lot of fun tonight. But what is your call for advice? How you doing, buddy?
Before I actually get to that, just to top onto the travel thing. I've never actually had a bad like in a plane or traveling. Like everything's gone pretty smooth. Like the most little one I can remember was being a kid, and we had like a 30-minute delay and got first class on the next flight to make up for that. But that's when airplanes kind of cared about you.
Apparently. And serve steak. Yeah.
Right. I'll never forget around 2012-ish, give or take. I, on a whim, drove to a friend's house in Ohio from Mass, and I would cut through the northern part of Pennsylvania as I'm driving. And this was the year that a bunch of tornadoes ripped apart northern Pennsylvania. So all of a sudden, I am in my Nissan Cube at the time, driving along, all of a sudden, the highway is empty. I mean, fucking empty. Not a tractor trailer, another car, or a horse in sight. I'm like, and it's now all of a sudden, it's hailing pretty good. It's like, oh shit. A lightning bolt makes everything nice and bright. I see in the field to the right of me.
Love this.
Just a nice little, movie poster twister going. That was the night I discovered. That was the night I discovered a Nissan Cube can go 122 miles an hour.
I love it because I've secretly always wanted to form a tornado chase team, but I've never actually been around a tornado. and I think we got some people here. We got a great team here. We got oh my God, I hadn't thought about this. We got a great tornado chase team here. We got the scientist, Addie. We got the crazy motherfucker, Jared. We got Steve's our driver. We got Laserbolt's going to do something right. And we got a good team. Brady will be also our scientist as well. Oh my God, we got a 2-car team. Oh my God,
Laserbolt's the scientist back at camp telling us, no, don't go out. It's too dangerous. You don't understand. This is different. All this, you know what I mean? He's the one he's the one we should be listening to, but we're not.
I love this. We still got Jared's question to get to. Kingsport Cal, what would I buy for Cyber Monday besides knives? Cal, I don't know if I can legally help you. Cal also said, never been on a plane, probably never will. And you know why? He doesn't want me to say it. He's on a no-fly list. All right, there it is. I said it. You know why? I'll tell you, I have on good authority that Calvin is on a no-fly list. Kingsport Cal, because he tried to go to the Bristol airport, the Tri-Cities airport, and try to bring knives on a plane. I know it, Steve. I know it.
You're on a no-fly list. Do you think they also don't let you get your pilot's license?
I don't know.
That's actually a fun little question.
I don't know. Okay.
Bring your own plane.
All right, Jared, what is what is your call for questions?
So I was recently told in a joking manner, but by my bandmates, I don't have good stage presence. So, gentlemen, when you're at a concert, what is good stage presence to you? Because apparently I like to bear, because I bring my microphone, I'm not like at the front of the stage. I bring my microphone back a little bit, stand closer to my app. I call it my safe autistic corner.
Okay.
And the band, but so go ahead.
I have some thoughts on this, but Steve's not a fan of music, but he's a fan of performing. Steve, you've seen a person with bad stage presence on a stand-up stage. Me, what do you look for in good stage presence from performers?
Yeah, these are all true things. I'm gonna be totally honest. I've never once considered that guy's stage presence or that girl's stage presence when I'm out. Usually, if it's a comedy show, I'm like, oh, is this guy funny? Yes, I paid money to be here, so I'm assuming this person's funny. And then if it's music, I'm like, well, usually I haven't paid to see music that isn't Dave Matthews Band in probably 15 years. So I wouldn't really know how to tell you. Cause I mean, I don't think any of them have stage presence. They're all just really stoned, just like everybody in the audience. And then, other concerts that I can remember, I was, a youngin' trying to chase girls or something. So I wasn't paying attention to the band at all. I was just there.
Yeah.
One thing, because I saw the question in the chat. To clarify, I play rhythm guitar and I do the screaming vocals for the band as well.
Rhythm guitar, mouth organ. Beatles reference. Everybody, be quite prepared for that eventuality. Okay. So here and Laser Bolt brings up stage presence is a lot like hearing yourself for the first time. You always feel cooler than you look. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. As a comic, that's part of that video clip I have. I was like, I can't wait to release this. Oh, I don't look as cool as I really felt that night. In my time in pro wrestling, every time I'd get the footage back from me in the ring, I was like, oh, that is not WrestleMania quality. It's not. I once threw a punch in the ring. Oh, Steve, it looked like I was having a stroke right there in the center of the ring. It was not good. So there's that. Here's the thing. I think, Jared, you have to own it, right? There is bad stage presence. I've seen comics who just don't have it. I myself have had, I joke, but like I've had nights where I'm completely in control and other nights where I wish I had an autistic corner to kind of hide in. But instead I'm by myself on stage. I think you got to kind of lean into it. I'm in a Beatles mood because of the anthology. Stuart Sutcliffe, the first bass player who couldn't play bass, they tricked him, basically coerced him into spending money, not on art supplies, his actual skill set, but to buy a bass. And he turned his back to the audience, and it was very painful. We don't want that. A good example is one of my favorite new bands that is kind of an it band right now. Are you familiar with Wet Leg out of the Isle of Wight in England?
I am not.
Wet Leg. Okay, look up Wet Leg. Great band, by the way. Great band. Great fucking band right now. Their lead singer, Rian Teasdale, amazing stage presence. Amazing stage presence. But one of the other founding members is their guitarist, Hester Chambers. Hester does not have good stage presence. But that is the thing. And there's this ongoing kind of runner where in music videos, promotional photos, like 9 out of 10 times, you don't see her face. And it's done in creative ways. It's done in artistic ways. Now, we got to see your face. You got to sing, all that stuff. But it's her thing. It's her thing. And when you watch them perform, the lead singer's doing lead singer things. You get the guitarist, the drummer's doing his thing. But Hester's just in her corner sometimes with her back turned, but there's so much energy to it. And it's such a, hey, that's Hester. That's what she does. That I think you could, it's an own your weakness situation. Know who you are, as Tyrion would say, so no one can use it against you. I think that's what we got to form up with you.
I like that because I tried to defend myself in that way where I was like, listen, some of our favorite punk rock bands don't really move around at all. The lead singer for Pennywise just leans on the mic stand the whole night. Liam
Gallagher, and in fact, all of Oasis, they're not even shoegazer. They're like standstill lasers. Liam Gallagher, and that's not 100% sure for Liam, but I've seen Oasis obviously several times. The energy from those boys just standing there is palpable because they've got it. Liam just needs to get up there, put his hands behind his back, arc his neck, and sing. That's all he needs. So I think we can get you there. If you want to tell you what, if you want to send us video footage, I won't air it publicly, Jared, but Steve and I will take notes. We'll take notes and give it back.
We've got a public YouTube. I'll put in the Discord after. We've got 5 live videos up.
Now
they're just one song, so they're not full concerts. People are like, no, I'm not watching 5 concerts. No, they're just single songs.
What are your bandmates telling you in terms of a solution or how to fix it? What do they want from you?
My bass player's joking response to it is, "You don't jump with me." And then I have to remind him that arthritis in both knees hinders that ability, because he'll climb up on his like 2 foot, 2.5 foot high bass amp and jump off that fucker during a song. It's like, no. If I do that, I'm not getting up, and you're looking for a new guitar player.
That's true. Okay.
I never went down that skateboard ramp, Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. There's video of that.
I've seen the video of you falling down a skateboard ramp, but I think you played it off. You didn't really miss a note.
No, because I definitely felt it after the show and the next day, though.
What's fucking cooler than that? Than playing guitar and falling down a skateboard ramp and not missing a note? You've got stage presence, my friend.
Well, I appreciate
get you some like Reebok pumps or something so you can bounce a little bit better.
There you go. 898 for M. Brady says, lean into your Georgeness. Yeah,
I will.
I will. All right, but seriously, I'm serious. Check out Wet Leg. Go to YouTube, watch Wet Leg. You'll see the guitarist Hester Chambers do her thing.
Nice. As I go, because Steve asked me to remind him, there was a fun TikTok thing where a person asked, now, could a average person with the best offensive line in the NFL put together get 5 yards over 4 carries? I'll leave that to you, gentlemen, and I will say goodnight.
Good night, Jared. Thank you. So the question at hand here, Steve, is can we just take Kingsport? Well, let's not take Kingsport. Let's be honest. Might have a gun in his belt like that movie with Damon Wayans in the 90s. I think could the last Boy Scout. I think
I thought you were going Major Payne or something for a reason. I was like,
Cal, now you've just become the greatest runner on this show. It's like Cal as this and Ken Plume having Panda Express every other day. And he told me, don't make me a runner, but he's a runner. It's a runner. No, I think the answer is no, simply because I don't think enough people have been hit that hard once.
Right. Yes. No, Ken, screw 4 yards and 5 carries. Dude, no one's holding onto the ball long enough to get hit by the defensive line. The quarterback thuds that thing into your chest, man. It's like when you play catch with an NFL quarterback and you try to catch the ball, you don't realize how fucking hard they're throwing that thing. Yes. It's not easy to catch. I don't think 90% of people could successfully take the handoff, let alone get a yard behind the greatest offensive line of all time.
Yeah, you've got the Hogs, you got Washington's, whatever. Through time or Filoni's World Between Worlds, we'll pull them all in. Doesn't matter. I think just all the proper gear on, even give them one of the big helmets, right?
Yeah,
and exactly right. Hut hike, and the quarterback turns around and puts that pig skid, and then all you see is these monsters coming at you, and you've got a split second to choose which hole to go into. Giggity. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're fumbling that ball and running away.
There's no A gap. You were falling on your face. Period.
Or as John Madden said that one night on Monday Night Football, the A-hole. Plug the A-hole. Boom. And at halftime, it became the A gap. Yeah, no, I agree with this. Like I'm not super tall, but I'm a bale of hay. Like I'm a thick guy. Like I have been in pro wrestling and I have taken my shots and I have a fractured back because of it. The true athletes, man, are something special. Not your high school PE class, but these, like when I was in Vegas with Mark Ellis, who is a true athlete. He's really good at sports. We were at that event, and the night before, we were spent the entire day at the Raiders Stadium. The night before we went to that event, and we met Jay Schrader, Randall Cunningham, Rich Gannon. I thought Rich Gannon, former Raider, Viking, Chief quarterback, I was like, he was like a Doug Flutie. That dude was like 5 inches taller than me. Rich Gannon. And then there was Ed Too Tall Jones, NFL Hall of Famer, defensive lineman for the Cowboys during an era where you could murder people on the field and it wouldn't even be a penalty, like that. And we talked to him, and and then the next day I was behind him as he was going to his hotel room, right? And I remember I texted Mark. I was like, I would literally die if this guy tried to tackle me. He's like 6'6", 6'7",
Right.
Massive. And imagine him running full speed at me to try to stop me.
Yeah.
It wouldn't last.
Yeah, and those guys are small and slow in comparison to today, like by standards of today.
Yes.
Like, right? Like 300 pounds back then would have been an anomaly. Like that would have been like everyone would have been talking about the big giant. And now they're all 300 pounds. The NFL defensive linemen are paid to do two things: be enormous and move 10 feet really, 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 really fast.
Really fast.
Like their 10-yard sprint is quicker than like wide receivers getting off the block. Like those dudes move a lot of mass very quickly, and then you just die. There isn't. You're not getting 4 yards. You're not getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No. And I'll tell you what, and if you did, right, let's just say they hand the ball off to you, Steve, and Jim Bunch and Jim Covert or all these people, I forget their names. They might have made up the name Jim Bunch. That sounds like an offensive lineman's name, right? Jim Bunch. If you happen to hit a hole and you run free, you're going to be so freaked out that you're now away from your protection. You're going to start cry screaming like some Jim Carrey scene in a movie. Like, and then boom.
So like you're out in open water. You're like, no.
Yeah, the safety's going to come hit you, you know?
Yeah, no, you're not.
God.
You're not. It'll take you'll find one hole once, and you'll never want to go through that hole,
which is the
ever
story
again because of what is on the other side of that
life.
hole.
Yeah. I found one. Oh, never mind. I don't know. Volkadert said, "Let's see if we can have Charles Haley tackle a Blathering member for charity." Yeah. Brady says immediate CTE. Yeah, absolutely. Like again, I've been in and out of pro wrestling for 14 years, and this is the era where smaller folks are competing at a high level. They're still great athletes. Don't get me wrong, but I have been around like Axe and Smash of Demolition, who are now in their like 60s and 70s. Mm-hmm. You cannot understand how big they are. You cannot understand how big they are until you're around them. I've been around Kevin Nash. You cannot understand how big 7 feet tall is. That size. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. And they're
I walked behind the Big Show in the Tampa airport, Ken, and I was convinced that was like a dude in a bear suit.
He's the Big Show. Yes.
Just like that's too large of a human.
But I do love this. This is how channels, this is those internet channels that are out there, the bro simple or bro try things or the try it dweebs or whatever. This is the kind of thing that we should just be doing, Steve. I love this idea for charity. Can we find a retired but functional NFL player and say, if you can you tackle Brady for $5,000 charity?
We'll waive all the liabilities, all the insured. Don't worry. Just sign on this paper. No, you're not liable for anything. Yep. You just tackle the shit out of this.
I love this.
Kid standing at a bus stop with no warning, nothing.
Addie says, I ran into Brittany Griner, large human. Yeah, basketball. I mean, absolutely. Okay, that was great. You guys are hitting the home run questions here tonight. Absolutely.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Brady says, I'll wear that bumpy helmet. Yeah. Let's do that.
It's not going to help you, Brady.
Not going to help. I mean, Brady's just, woo! It's going to be great. Going to be great. Going to be great. Before we get out of here, though, all right, Steve, got to answer me. Yeah. First of all, so I was 1-4 this week in football picks, right?
Yeah, it wasn't great. Your Dolphins lost, Philly lost, Baltimore lost, and Dallas won, and Detroit lost.
And obviously Miami won, but it was.
But Miami won, but the points got you.
Points
needed to win by 5.5 points. They only won by 4 points.
Unbelievable. So I'm 34-31 on the season, above 500. We'll revisit that Thursday. All right. But yeah, seriously. So I think you're right. I want to get to this official conversation. It wasn't so much that I thought the refs were on the take. I don't think the refs are on the take. There could be individual examples of that throughout time. We know the NBA had that problem. We know there's a betting issue going on. I'm not saying that, being serious about that. I'm not saying that. But it just seemed like they didn't know what they were doing at all times during the Washington game last night. And I noticed in that Detroit game. And there was some stuff in the Miami game. There's some things going on. Steve, do we have an officiating problem? Am I overreacting? Is this sports talk radio at its worst?
This is absolutely sports talk radio at its worst, but you are not overreacting. I think this is definitely something that the league needs to address, because if we're talking about it, that's how you know it's really bad. You know, I mean, like the sports pundit shows almost don't talk about this right now because of how like over talked about it is. Again, you're right. It's not. I don't think the refs are on the take. Those kinds of conspiracies would be like some of the hardest things to actually keep together without people talking or knowing or blah, 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 blah. There's a million reasons why I don't think that's the case. But what I do think we have an issue with is the kind of the semi-professional nature of referees, and I don't want to say lack of accountability, because that makes it sound like a little bit more important than it actually is. But
sure,
you know, when Jalen Hurts fumbles a tush push and throws a really stupid interception, he has to sit in front of the media afterwards and say, "Hey, I effed up. I played bad. This is what happened. This is what happened." Right. John referee doesn't have to sit in front of the press afterwards and answer to a bunch of Philly fans or Philly media and say, why did we get hosed on that holding call? Because Jalen Carter gets held on every goddamn play, or whatever it is, right? Like there's not that same level of them being in front of that, and the NFL would never ever allow that, because that would make their refs look stupid because they're not media trained and blah 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 blah. But I think making them full-time professionals, all like full-time, no side gigs, like, and you need to have a system where these guys get promoted or demoted. Make one of these dudes go like ref an ACC game, like, you know, if they screw up.
Little League, Pop Warner, Little League.
Right.
Yeah. And you're right too. These guys are lawyers. These guys are like doctors. These guys are, and I think there's a younger breed of NFL ref now. I haven't been watching as close the last few years, but all like the old favorites, you know, are gone or retired or passed on, you know, from my day when I was watching more closely. But I've been watching closely this year. But as much as we're joking about will Brady die if Troy Polamalu tackles him, a lot of these officials are trying to keep up with the speed of the game, and they're like 68, you know?
Running backwards.
Run backwards. And some of them are in great shape. Ed Hockley, of course, legendary, was in great shape all the time. But I just sometimes wonder that. But I'm not going to hold it against him there. But Laserbolt's got where my mind is. As a Lions fan, I can 100% say that more popular teams get special treatment. I've seen it work for us when we're hot, and against us we're not. I do kind of, that's where I go, and I don't mean it conspiratorially, but like the Brady thing for decades, I think Patrick Mahomes II gets to a little bit. And I understand you want to protect your star. You know, Major League Baseball probably does it too. Like, did Shohei gamble? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Translation.
The translator was there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I get it. During the steroid era, you know, they were like, I don't know. Everyone's Pudge Rodriguez just showed up with 45 pounds of muscle in 3 months. Don't worry about it.
Why did the greatest basketball player go play baseball for 2 years?
He just wanted to try it, Steve. He just wanted to try it. So all that aside, I just something's never going to change. I get that there. I feel what Laserbolt's feeling, but to the point, and JMB said in chat, you know, he doesn't like when the commentators kind of carry the water for officials. That does happen, sure. But last night, what made me really think about this and want to talk about it was there was kind of a crazy play in the Washington-Denver game. And they thought, I forget the detail. They thought it was a penalty, but then it wasn't. It was the intentional grounding call that wasn't.
Oh, the intentional grounding one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then they kind of figured out, but then they were kind of like, but Mariota got tripped. He got goddamn tripped. Like that should be the penalty. And the officials were just like, we don't know. And they didn't do it. And Collinsworth was the one who was like, now here's a guy who's getting the call wrong. And it stood out to me the way he said it, of just like, he couldn't deny that, like, why did they miss that? And I don't mean, again, conspiratorial, but just like, what's going on here? And I think that made me kind of think about it, that where there might be a bigger problem.
You have to understand that at the end of the day, the referees and the broadcasters both kind of essentially are both clients of and work for the NFL. So the broadcasters are never going to say anything disparaging to the referees unless they like are clearly being an asshole on the field and do something like terrible. You know what I mean? Like nefarious, like intentionally.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand that, and I think a lot of people always feel like, the more popular teams get more treatment. I think it's more about protecting the asset than it is like, ooh, Tom Brady's really good, we want people to watch Tom Brady. It's more about like, oh, you know, hey, all of our livelihoods are affected if Tiger Woods doesn't play golf, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's where I would lean more as to where and why that happens.
I agree with that there. So all right, I just wanted to bring it up. By the way, I have figured out how to get Brady on a football field to take a tackle for charity. Just accuse Shohei Ohtani of gambling. Brady says, "Dude, there's so much evidence now that it was Ibe. Come on now, come on now." Brady, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm gonna have to write up a waiver for you, Brady. We'll get that all figured out.
We're almost out of here, but we for Advice Monday have another call and maybe an update here. So let's close the show with our friend Wiley. Wiley checking in here. How you doing, buddy?
Hey Ken, I'm back to report on your advice and how it worked on the field.
Okay, all right. So for the full setup here, we've got this ongoing saga. Is this related to the original call, Wiley?
This is not to.
It's not to the girl. It's not to the girl.
Not the girl. No shows have shown up, but I will report back on that. I'll act more excited for that situation.
This is Saturday's call. You went to a show by yourself and you were wondering how to pull that off and still look cool like Jared on stage. Give us the update.
So you told me to go in to act like basically be the character I want to be. So I went there. And of course, as soon as I got there, I was overthinking the situation.
Sure, that's part of the fun.
As usual. But once I was there, I was like kind of more comfortable, and I talked to people that was in the industry and stuff like that, relating to my job in the music industry and stuff like that. And it went well. But where it really helped was actually today, Ken. So part of my job is I have to give tours of this music studio I am kind of giving, basically showing to the industry that I reach out to. And the first time I did it, I was kind of stumbling. I was reading my notes really hard and stuff like that. And I remember what you said today. Be the person you want to be, and that character basically. And I nailed that. I thought personally, for me, no one really told me otherwise, but for me personally, I felt like I did a lot better this time around.
I love this. So you went from this recording studio. We have 5 tracks. You went to just that to being rock and roll guy.
Yeah, and it felt really good. But yeah, I want to do the girl saga. I honestly want to give you guys an update, but what we constructed for me to do really is dependent on if my friend can go, and then there's a show. I've had moments where I'm like, I'm going to just shoot a DM and just get it over with, but I haven't done it. I haven't done it.
We got all day. It's the holidays. Your shows will kick back up.
She is a jazz singer, so there could be a Christmas one.
Oh, have yourself maybe a little Christmas. The important thing here is, Wiley, is I've given some good advice that I can't even take in my own life, but I've made your life better, and I fwant pretty accomplished.
Yeah, I wanted to come in here and tell you that your advice is working. I'm actually taking it on the field and stuff like that, but before I go, Ken, I want to ask your permission. So it's towards the end of the year, getting close to it. And it's kind of the end of the year list for movies and TV or media that people do, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that, but I have a favorite album that no one's talking about all year, and I would love to recommend you and other people about it.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Is it I Fall Down by Concept of a Plan?
It is not. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. What is it? What is it?
Okay, so this is an Australian artist band that I found.
Already love it. Okay.
And it's called he's called Way Dynamic, okay? And his stuff is very 70s type of sounding, very Beatles influenced, but also modern in its production and stuff like that. And I think it's very, very, very good. It's been my favorite album of the year. And the album is called Shoeless something. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking. Way Dynamic, band from Melbourne, EP titled "What's It All for Now." That was their debut.
Yeah,
22-year-old multi-instrumentalist Dylan Young. Oh, he's got stage presence, Steve. I can guarantee.
And so the album's called Massive Shoe. It came out.
Okay.
Yeah, it came out in August. And if I was going to recommend some tracks, if anyone here wants to give it a chance, or you can, when you're out there, just kind of, the most popular is probably People Settle Down, but I liked Miffed It quite a bit. That's probably my favorite track off the album.
Okay. I'm adding that right now to my Pop Rock and Radio syndicated song bank, and I'm going to give it a go, and it'll be a request to play on the show.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ken. I just wanted to spread the word of that album because I think it's pretty something special.
Love it. Love talking music. Love new artists. And thank you, Wiley. Keep us updated.
I will. You guys have a good week.
All right. Love it. That's it. We're out of here. Love that. Steve, I know that has no meaning for you. I know you won't listen to the music. I respect it, okay? I respect it.
I'm sure it'll make me sad just as much as anyone else, so I'm sure they're great.
Yeah. Are you going to listen to the new Moon Ager song tomorrow? It's going to make you sad, too.
Yeah, I mean, if I know going into it, it'll make me sad. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
And that's a different. I won't feel like betrayed or stabbed in the back or anything like that. So that's good.
Or what, as Laserbolt points out, Midnight Oil still jamming too. Love it. All right, a lot of fun tonight. Thank you all for the advice calls, the questions. I think we solved some stuff tonight, Steve.
We did. We're solving the rules problems one advice call on a Monday at a time.
Indeed. If you're listening, you want to join my Patreon page, I would appreciate it. Patreon.com/Napzok. Get you things like Pop Rock and Radio, stand-up, watch-alongs, early access to shows when I remember to turn on the microphones. Follow over there. Moon Agers tomorrow, wherever you get songs. Our new song, End of the Road, is out. Looking forward to that. But you can go to Bandcamp and purchase it. So the money goes to the artists who just pay back DistroKid to get the song out. That yearly fee. That's that. But a lot of fun tonight, Steve. Blathering Gaming. You had the big thing Saturday night. Go well. Everyone's still standing.
It was a great time. The movie's way too long, but we had a lot of fun. We were there till like 1 a.m. It was a hike. It was a long time. Yeah. But we had a lot of fun. So stay tuned for some more gaming streams soon.
There you go. Subscribe on YouTube, Blathering Gaming. A lot of fun. Thank you everybody for the show. And as always, to Pete Hegseth, fuck you, man. See ya. Bye.